right, thank you very much. You are welcome once again. We have been looking at operators in Excel. As you can see on the screen, operators in Excel. We looked at the meaning and the various types, and we said operators are symbols, as you can see on your screen. They are symbols that tell Excel, Microsoft Excel, what action to perform in a formula. So you have a formula, which is a structure, an equation, an expression that tells Excel how a particular action should be performed, a particular task should be carried out. That's a formula. And we said these operators, they guide Excel. They will guide Excel. They will tell Excel whether Excel is to add some values, whether it's to compare some values, or perform other type of operation in your cells or on your cells. All right. So it says this makes sense of formulas. So you as a learner, you need to know the various types, and we said the types are arithmetic operators, comparative operators, text operators, and reference operators. We have looked at the various types of operators and how they are used. So let me quickly rush through them. So when we say arithmetic operators, what do we actually mean by arithmetic operators? Here we say these carry out basic mathematical calculations. For example, if you look at the various types here, this very symbol you have here, or this very sign you have here, is for addition. This is for addition. For instance, if you want to say 5 and 2, you want to add the value 5 and 2, you can see the symbol in between them. So by the time you do this, it's going to give you 7. This is your minus sign is used for subtraction. For instance, 10 minus 5, that will give you this result. This is your multiplication sign. This one is called asterisk. You see, for multiplication, it gives you 12. By the time you add 3 and 4, we get 12 there. This is called forward slash. This is forward slash. It's used for division. You can see how it is used here. 10/2. That will give you 5. And this is what we call your caret. It's for exponentiation. In other words, it is used to raise a value to the power of. You can see it here. This is 2 to the power of 3. The meaning 2 multiply itself 3 times. That will give you 8. So for instance, if you look at this very table here, let's say these are lists of subjects being offered or taken by a student, and these are scores obtained, and let's say this is the continuous assessment 1 of the student. So we want to get the result. So let's say we want to add this and these two values. You can see it here. This is the symbol to use. This value and this value, I want the result here. So wherever you want the result to be, that very cell, you click on it and make sure you are going to type the formula yourself. And as we said, your formula must begin with the equal to sign. So you start typing the equal to sign first. So you say equal to, I'm going to add this and this. So I don't need to type 35. If I type 35 plus, the plus sign is on your keyboard, plus 20. So you can see that this is 35 and this is the 20. You can see the two figures here, and I press enter. It's going to give me my answer here. You can see it's giving me 55. Now, this 55 here, if I change, let's say this value changes to, let's say 50, and you hit your enter key, it's not going to reflect here because the result you have here is not tied to the cell. You are just using the value inside the cell instead of this. So this is where you need to know more about cell reference. So if you want to get more knowledge about cell reference, please, the link is in the description box. I have done something about that. Please go back to that video, watch it so that you know about cell reference. So let me quickly adopt that knowledge. Let me employ that knowledge in solving this. So I will say equal to, I don't need to type 50. What I need to do, this is cell what? I need to use the cell reference of this cell. This is column I here, which is this column. So it means this 50 is in the column I, and row what? And row 7 is row 7. So they meet at that point. So if I click here, you will see that is I7. So whatever thing that is there in the I7 should be added to what you have in this cell. This is a J7. You can see the formula here, equal to I7 plus I plus J7. Excuse me. You hit your enter key. That gives you 70. So if I change the value here to any other thing and hit your enter key, it's going to automatically reflect here. So that is how you do that. Then what about this one? If you want to carry out subtraction, it's the same methodology. You say equal to sign 50 minus this very cell, that gives you that value. What about this one here? You want to carry out multiplication. So how do you do it here? You say equal to this value multiply by this value. Take note of how the formula is written. What type of formula is this? Is it relative? Sorry, what type of referencing is this? Is it relative reference? Is it absolute reference, or is it mixed reference? Reference cell. Please take note of that. Hit your enter key. That gives you that. Then I want to carry out division. I want to divide values. You can see the division sign here. You can see the sample how it is done. So I'm going to say equal 30 divided by 18. So I'm saying 30 here because that is what you have here. But this 30 here, the cell reference is I10 slash this is J10, column J, row 10, the intersection of that point. Hit enter. That gives you that value. Go back here again. You can see that this is 5 decimal places. If I want to adjust to any decimal place I want, you come to this these two icon here. Now see this one. This is increase decimal. With this one, you increase the decimal, while this one you decrease the decimal. So I want to decrease it to the number you want. This is 2 decimal places. You adjust it to the one you want. So take note of that. I want to carry out exponentiation to the power of. So I will say equal to this caret this. You can see it here. Enter. You can see the value here. It's so large that it's now being rendered. It's now displayed as a scientific notation. Scientific notation. You can see it here, very large. I can adjust this one and make it appear normally. So let's say here, say normally, and you click OK. I'm choosing number here so that it will appear as a number, not as a scientific figure. This is scientific, and this is a number. Choose it. See that the number is very large. All right. I can also choose my decimal place here. So I'm reducing decimal place now. Okay, you can see that very large number, very large number. All right, that is the answer to this. So this to the power of this. You can see the formula here. That's what gave me the value you have there. So that is how you perform arithmetic operators. Take note of that. It's very important. So let's look at another type of operator. It's called a comparison operator. Comparison operator. What do we mean by comparison operator? It means these are operators that compare two values. They look at the value of two cells, or they look at two values and compare them, whether they are equal or not. So if the comparison is done, the result will either be true or false. It will always evaluate to true or false. For instance, look at these following types here. This is the regular equal to sign we know and we use every time. Our regular equal to sign here. See here, when you see this symbol, it means equal to sign or equal sign. For example, A1 equal 5, meaning A1 here is a cell reference of a particular cell called A1, which is this. Technically, if you look at it, this is this port here. You can see this is address written here. This is A1. So is A1 equal to 5? It could be true or false, depending on what is inside this place. If here is 5, you say A1 equal to 5, the result will not be true. Take note of that. Then this is, whose sign is this? Is it greater than or less than? This is greater than sign. You can see it here. This is an example of how it should be written, A1. So all this one here will always evaluate to either true or false. Now you have this one here. This is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Take note of the way it is written. This is not how it is usually written in mathematics, general mathematics you solve in your class. So you take note of how it is written. Now look at how it is shown here. So this will either be true or false. So here it means that A1 is either A1 is greater than 20 or is equal to 20. Is either is greater than 20 or is exactly 20, meaning it should be 20 and above. All right. Then this one is now the contrary. This is A1 less than or equal to 20. So it must be 20 and something below. So which will be true or false. Then this one is not equal to, take note of how it is written here. Take note of how it is written here. So the equal to sign, these operators, the greater than sign and the lesser sign are written facing each other. Can see how it is written, or backing each other, whichever language you want to use there. So it means that these two things are not equal. So A1 is not equal to 5. It will be true or false. So let's apply some of those principles here and see how they work out in solving this. So let's say this is a class where you have this first subject and these are the scores and these are the CA for a particular student, and you want to get the result that whether be true or false. So let's apply them. So let's say equal this very cell equal to 5. Enter. Is it true or false? It's false, because take note of the formula. You are saying that I8 is equal to J8, meaning this is 35, this should also be 35. So if I put 35 in this second one here, hit enter key, it's going to change to true because they are equal. But that is what the formula says, equal. All right, take note of that. Now I will come to this other one. This one will now be, let's say, equal to this value here in this cell is greater than this value. Let's see, is it true or false? It is true. 50 is greater than 15, so it will evaluate to true. Now, what about the second one here? So let's say equal this value here less than this value. Will it be true or false? Will this value be true? The result of this one, will it be true or false? Let's find out. Enter key to be false, because you are trying to find out if, according to the formula here, you want to see or you want to know if 100 is less than 40, which is not true. That's why you are saying this false here. So this is how you apply all these operators. This is how you use them. So let's say equal again. This one is let's say is greater than or equal to this. Enter. Is it true or false? Is it greater than or equal to? Is greater than or equal to? Is greater than. So it will change. It will give you true there. So it means it's like you're having two conditions here in this case. So one of them is true. It's greater than, but it's not equal to it. So one of them is true. Then we go to this one, equal this very cell here, which is this 80. Is it less than or equal to? Less than or equal to this? Let's see. It's false. None of the condition is correct. It's not less than, 80 is not less than 19. Neither is it equal to 19. All right, take note of that. So let's take this last one. Say equal to 70 here, which is this very cell. The value in this cell is 70. Is not equal to this. So will this place evaluate to true or false? So let's see. Hit your enter key. You see it here. It's not equal to. That's why it's showing true. So this is how you use all these comparison operators. So you use the comparison operator. So in our next video, we'll look at the text operators and the reference operators. Then we'll wrap up this topic and we'll say goodbye to the operators. So thank you very much. Remember how we started, the meaning of comparison, the meaning of operators, arithmetic operators, and various examples, how to solve them, comparison operators. Take note of that. These are key and basic and fundamental things in Microsoft Office Excel, and you as a learner, you must know how to use them. Your ability to put all this one together will determine how far you will go in Microsoft Office Excel. See you in our next video. Thank you.